back to PowerRide, the place where we go deeper than anyone else when it comes to the machines that rule the roads. Today we're diving into a truck that has already built a reputation for being one of the toughest, boldest, and most dependable beasts on American soil. I'm talking about the brand new 2026 Toyota Tundra. But wait, don't think you know this truck just yet. Because the story of the 2026 Tundra is not what you think it is. There are surprises, hidden details, and a few jaw-dropping twists that Toyota has built into this machine that might just shock you. Stick around because in the middle of this video, I'll finally reveal the price, and trust me, it's not what you're expecting. The Tundra has always carried the weight of being Toyota's flagship full-size pickup, the answer to Ford's F-150, Ram's 1500, and Chevy's Silverado. For years it was considered the underdog, the truck that lived in the shadows of the American giants. But with the latest redesign, Toyota isn't interested in being second to anyone. The 2026 model isn't just another facelift or mild update. No, this truck feels like Toyota went back to the drawing board, tore up the old blueprint, and asked themselves a simple but brutal question: what would it take to completely shake up the truck world? And the answer: a bold new design that doesn't just want to compete, it wants to dominate. At first glance, the 2026 Tundra looks aggressive, almost intimidating. The front grille isn't just large, it's colossal, practically daring anyone on the road to challenge it. The LED headlights slice into the darkness like samurai blades, sharp and precise, and the muscular hood lines give it a stance that looks more like a Predator than a pickup. You park this thing next to an F-150 or a Ram and instantly, it doesn't look like the quiet foreign cousin anymore. It looks like the truck that showed up to pick a fight. Now here's where things get really interesting. Toyota has been accused for years of playing it too safe. Solid reliability, great resale value, but never risky. Well, in 2026 they said forget that, and they loaded the Tundra with a powertrain that's raising eyebrows. Gone are the days of the V8 that some fans swore by. Instead, Toyota has gone all in with their twin-turbocharged V6 paired with hybrid technology, producing numbers that, frankly, are shocking. We're talking about horsepower climbing over 450 and torque pushing past 600 pound-feet. That's right, the hybrid setup isn't about sipping fuel in a grocery store run, it's about raw muscle. It's the kind of torque that will snap your head back and make you forget that there's no V8 under the hood. But here's the kicker. Toyota didn't just focus on brute strength. They tuned this truck to tow with the kind of confidence that makes competitors nervous. With a towing capacity brushing up against 13,000 pounds, the Tundra is saying loud and clear, bring me your biggest trailer, your heaviest load, and I'll carry it without breaking a sweat. And yet, with all that, fuel efficiency has quietly crept up to a point where you'll do a double take. Trucks of this size and this strength usually bleed at the gas pump, but the hybrid system changes the game. Suddenly, this monster of a truck is pulling off numbers that feel impossible. Imagine a full-size truck, heavy and powerful, giving you fuel economy that used to belong to smaller rigs. Now before I reveal the price, let's talk about the part that shocked me most. The ride quality. For decades, Tundra owners would shrug and say, yeah, it's a bit rough, it's a truck, deal with it. But the 2026 model feels like Toyota secretly snuck in Lexus engineers during the development phase. You hit bumps, potholes, even rough trails, and instead of getting rattled around, the truck soaks it up in a way that feels completely unnatural for something this big. It's like riding a bull that suddenly learned ballet. It makes no sense until you drive it. Then you realize, Toyota has changed the rules. And now, let's briefly step inside, because I promised you I'd keep this part short. The cabin of the Tundra in 2026 is, simply put, modern and functional. You've got a massive infotainment screen dominating the dash, crystal clear graphics, and wireless everything, CarPlay, Android Auto, even wireless charging. The seats are wide, supportive, and the materials finally feel like Toyota is no longer okay with being just good enough. Soft touch materials, big storage bins, and a layout that actually makes sense when you're driving. That's all you need to know, because the real story of this truck isn't inside. It's under the skin and out on the road. But wait, I promised you a twist. Let's talk price. Because here's where things get spicy. Everyone expected Toyota to come in safe. Maybe start the base model in the low 50s and push the high trims into the 80s. But no, the 2026 Tundra starts lower than you think. The entry-level SR trim is priced just under $43,000, which in today's insane truck market feels like Toyota just punched Ford and Ram in the stomach. And the fully loaded Capstone Edition, that's going to push close to $80,000, but here's the shocker, you're getting tech, luxury, and hybrid power that makes even $90,000 trucks look overhyped. And here's a curveball. Toyota has hinted that a fully electric Tundra is in the works. Not a rumor, not speculation, an actual EV Tundra is coming, and the 2026 model is the stepping stone. That means if you buy this truck, you're not just buying today's power, you're buying into a platform that's being future-proofed. Suddenly, the Tundra isn't just catching up, it's leading a charge that could redefine the full-size truck segment in the years ahead. Now let's talk about something nobody likes to admit, durability under real abuse. Trucks live hard lives. They're beaten, dragged, loaded, and tested to their limits by owners who don't care about brochures or commercials. Toyota knows this, and the 2026 Tundra has been stress-tested in ways most competitors would never admit. Frame strength, suspension punishment, engine endurance, it's all been dialed up. You don't get a reputation for lasting 300,000 miles by accident, and Toyota is betting that this new model will carry the same badge of honor. But here's the part that's honestly shocking. For the first time, this truck doesn't just feel like the safe choice. It feels like the exciting one. It feels like the truck you want to drive not because it'll last forever, but because it's fun, aggressive, and makes you smile every time you stomp the gas. Toyota has managed to do something very few brands pull off. They made the dependable truck the exciting one. And yet, it wouldn't be fair to act like everything is perfect. The 2026 Tundra still has its quirks. The sheer size makes it intimidating in city traffic. Parking it feels like docking a battleship. And while the hybrid system is brilliant for power and efficiency, some purists will never forgive Toyota for killing the V8. That's the reality. But here's the twist, when you drive it, you stop caring. The power is there. The sound is engineered to give you that growl. The capability makes you forget nostalgia. Toyota didn't just remove the V8, they replaced it with something better. So where does that leave us? The 2026 Toyota Tundra is no longer the quiet competitor. It's the loud, brash, confident contender that just walked into the truck arena and slapped the veterans in the face. It's bold, powerful, efficient, surprisingly comfortable, and future-ready. The only question left is, are you ready for it? If you've watched this far, you know the 2026 Tundra isn't just another truck. It's a statement. And if you want to keep discovering the cars, trucks, and machines that shock the industry and change the game, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and join us here on PowerRide. Because trust me, what's coming next, you won't want to miss.